do you know you're already that person? You're already that desired human being that you want to be. The only difference between where you want to be and who you are right now is action. You have to take action. You have to stop thinking that everything and all your circumstances is something that can be at blame. You cannot blame everything around you for you not doing what you need to do. You have to stop blaming your circumstances and take action. I'm gonna say it again. You have to stop blaming your circumstances and take action. Actual action. Don't compare yourself to other people. That's the thief of all entire joy, let me tell you. The mind is very scary, best believe me, you should use it. I said that in my song Storming the Bastille, because the mind can either be your weapon against, or that can be the thing that literally takes you out. When you compare yourself to other people, you're setting yourself up for failure mentally and physically. It's crippling because you think, even especially if it's somebody that you know, like if it's somebody that you know and you're comparing their journey and their success to yours, that is automatically going to put you in a state of mind that's so crippling. And you're gonna be like, why me? Why not me? Okay? But what you're doing is you're comparing somebody else's journey to yours, not realizing that everybody has their own journey. And what may seem easy, or what may seem easy to how other people live and what they have going on, is not always the case. It's not always easy. Okay, everybody has their own fights, everybody has their own battles, everybody's going through their own things. So you shouldn't be comparing yourself to anybody, to be honest. It's not because you're black, it's not because you're white, it's not because you're gay, lesbian, trans, bisexual, none of that. Stop using things to justify you not doing what the fuck you need to do to be where you need to be in life, okay? Truly want to be a better version of yourself. You have to take action. You have to stop doing so much scrolling, okay? The mind is a muscle, and what you feed it definitely does matter. If you're on your phone all day constantly watching people do TikTok videos, trip out videos, and things that don't really matter, you're not gonna get anywhere. Your reality of what you consume on these devices is gonna start looking like that around you. You're gonna realize that parts of your life are gonna start lacking, and it's gonna show because you're feeding your mind garbage. When you feed your mind actual valuable things, it starts to create a reality around you that reflects just that. Instead of listening to the same music every day, the same playlist every day, put on a motivational podcast, put on a self-betterment video, put on a video like this. Watch my video, have it playing in the background. Don't listen to the same concepts of music every single day, because what music in general is a big influence on your personality. Music in general is a big influence on your mind. What you listen to, music is energy. What you consume is what you become. You need to start consuming what you want to be in life. If you want to be successful and rich, let's say if you want to have $1 million, right? Do you think it makes more sense to constantly do the same habits every single day? Or would you think you have to switch something in your schedule to reach that goal? You would switch something in your schedule, right? Because you're not a millionaire now. Definitely not. If you want to be a millionaire, you're not a millionaire now. So immediately you think to yourself, any logical person would think, what is it going to take for me to get there? Notice how it's going to take something to get there. It's going to take change. It's going to take getting out of your comfort zone, and I'll tell you exactly why. Because when you don't take action towards something, you cannot expect it to come to you. A lot of people like to use this concept of the law of attraction when talking about manifestation, like, oh, affirm what you want 3,000 times and it will come to you. And you don't even have to lift a finger, okay? It's called the law of attraction. Baby, that's bullshit, all right, baby girl, that's bullshit. All right, yes, manifest, yes, affirm, yes, write it down, do whatever scripting, whatever manifestation technique you desire. The world is your oyster, all right, essentially. But you have to follow it up with action. People always ask me, how are you so confident? It's like you always know what to say. You're so outspoken. I wasn't always this way. I wasn't always this way at all. Actually, I'm still pretty reserved when I'm in public spaces. But when I have the opportunity to be dominant in a space, or it is my space that I have control over, of course I'm going to be extroverted. Of course I'm going to be outspoken. Of course I'm going to step in my highest self and my power. Why is that? Because I constantly affirm who I am through my actions. Confidence is built through discipline and affirmation through action. And when you start seeing results, it feels rewarding. So you get addicted to this version of yourself through what you do. I know exactly who I am because every single day I take actions to affirm that character of who I believe I am. What you're seeing right now, everything that you're seeing on me, everything about me, Just get into the look. Honey, this is a character that I created, okay? This is a character I created. Like, I'm not even joking. I literally mapped out who I wanted to be, who I wanted to become, what he wears, what type of makeup he does, the type of jewelry, everything, the personality, his vocabulary, things about him. I mapped this all out and I went full force with it on social media. And it's helped so many people. I've created a platform of over 160K doing just that. So never underestimate creating an alter ego. Okay, if you feel like you're such a shy person, if you think you're so shy and you could never do what other people do, putting themselves out there, stop downplaying yourself, number one. Number two, nothing that you can see, if you can see it, you can be it, and if you can be it, you can believe it, and if you can believe it, you can achieve it. That was a lot of word soup, but it's true. But it's definitely true. If you can see something, that can be your reality. If you constantly think about it, that can be your reality. But you have to take the action, like I said. You have to take the action. You need to stop living on loop. You need to stop living like life is a simulation. You know, people love to say life is a simulation. It definitely is a simulation when you constantly do the same fucking thing every single day. Life will become a simulation. It'll become something that's constantly looped. And I don't know about y'all, and this is just a personal opinion, but I'm sure a lot of you can relate to. 2025 to 2026, and even a little bit of 2024 has felt like the days have been going by faster and faster and faster and faster. And you know what? They have. Okay? So you need to use the time that you have within your day to actually better yourself and actually organize, create more organization around you. That's what's going to differentiate you from somebody who constantly lives on loop to somebody who actually knows what they're doing and is working towards a goal that is going to reward them in the future. I mentioned before about things coming to you passively and not having to lift a finger. Yeah, that can actually happen. And a lot of these influencers that tell you, oh, do this, manifest this, you don't have to lift a finger, things will come to you passively. Look at this new car I got, look at this new house I got. Yeah, these things are coming to them passively, but they're not gonna show you the hardships. They're not gonna tell you the times that they cried. They're not gonna show you those days where they literally didn't wanna get out of the bed. They're not gonna tell you or show you the days where they didn't wanna be on this earth. The grind definitely will get you there, but the grind isn't always what's shown. It's not always what's shown. The results is what people care about. The grind can be shown, but it isn't as cared about as the reward and the result of the grind. Everybody has to grind to get somewhere. People are not born with these things unless you're like a Nepo baby or something. But if you're a Nepo baby, you shouldn't be watching this video. No shade. But anyway, nobody is born with these things. People have to work to get these things. Do not let these influencers create this preconceived notion in your head that everything that they have, all these luxuries, are things that were handed to them out of the ass of a unicorn. No, that is bullshit. These people worked for these things. These people took action. And it's nothing far-fetched. These are things that you can do as well. But it's just going to take you to get out of your fucking head, okay? And start controlling yourself. Controlling yourself. Self-control is literally what's going to take you from point A to point B. Let me tell you. I know you constantly think about a reality where you have everything that you want and you feel like that's something that's far-fetched. The only reason why you feel like that's something that's far-fetched is because you're constantly subscribing to the perception of time, and that is something that is going to stop you from actually reaching that point. When I wanted to be, I've always wanted to be a social media influencer. I've always wanted to do social media. I've always thought that I've had a personality and like the gift of gab to actually lead a pack of humans for whatever the cause may be on social media since I was young, and I've attempted. Those videos are still up. I hope nobody finds them. But yeah, I've always wanted to do social media. But I was a person, even from a young age, that always doubted myself, was always over analytical about myself. I was a perfectionist. I still am a perfectionist, but just know how to control it. But I had to get out of my own way and just start doing. And that's why I'm here today. That's why you're sitting up here watching me. Because I started doing. And the reason why I started doing is because I detached from the perception of time. People associate time with everything that they do. People feel like they're running out of time. Everybody's in a rush. They feel like, oh my God, the world is ending. Honey, the world is only gonna end if you let it end. I want you to know that once you detach from the perception of time, the person that you want to be is the person that you are right now. Start talking to yourself. Actually talk to yourself like you are this person already. I had to tell myself that I had 100K subscribers. I had to tell myself that I had 100,000 followers. I had to tell myself that I had 50K followers. I had to tell myself I had 40K, 30K, 20K, 10K. I've gotten all of those things. I've achieved all of that. And And I just had to constantly tell myself. But not only did I tell myself these things, the most powerful thing you can do is constantly tell yourself, delude yourself to the point of like people thinking that you're crazy, like you just belong in a psych ward or something with like a straight jacket. That's what you have to delude. That to that extent is what you have to do with the delusion. And then you have to constantly take action to actually reach that while deluding yourself. Reality has no choice but to literally submit to your belief. Reality has no choice. Life has no choice. The universe has no choice at that moment but to give you what you want. People love to talk about manifestation in the universe and things of that nature, but people don't really talk about enough how the universe and what you attract. The universe is a magnet. Essentially, you are a magnet. Essentially, everything is energy. So if you constantly are thinking about something, that's nice. The thought is nice. We can think about anything. We think about 1,000 million things a day, right? But it's different from when you actually think about something and take action versus thinking about it and not taking action. If you didn't take anything from this video, the one thing that I need you to take is action. I'm gonna emphasize that 100% every single fucking day until you actually take it seriously, and then you're gonna thank me. You're gonna thank me. You're gonna be like, oh my God, I listen to you. I'm living my dream life. I have my dream car, I have my dream boyfriend, I have my dream bag. You ever dream everything? Why is that, baby? Because you took action. Yes. Detach from limiting beliefs, stop blaming your circumstances, and take action, babes. That's all it's gonna take you to reach that goal. That life that you want, that thing that you keep seeing on your feed, it's gonna take that. I know that you constantly see people on Pinterest posting these photos of like this high class Pinterest life. I like to look at it as like the Pinterest lifestyle. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The low exposure aesthetic videos and like high quality cars and mansions and stuff like that and all these designer things. These are highlights of what could actually be your reality, your everyday life. I never want you to start downplaying yourself. Never downplay yourself. Never look at these things and disassociate yourself with it. Actually associate yourself with this. This is something that is not far-fetched. This is very for you. This is very for you. You see people on social media living life. You see them getting things that look like was handed to them so easily. You see people living a life that you feel was meant for you. You see people achieving things while you feel like you're still stagnant. As I mentioned before, you're on your own path. You're on your own journey. It's incomparable to anybody else. Everything you go through is not something that's happening to you. That's something that's happening for you, my love. You have to change your perception on certain things. You have to change your perception about life and how you view yourself to ultimately create a reality that is most beneficial for you, that you desire the most. It's you taking the steps and you being the dominant force. I love you so much and thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. If you've made it to the end, comment one thing that you're working on and the steps that you're taking to actually get there. I'll see you in the next video. Mwah.